Hello and welcome to class number 23. Yes, 23. Slowly but surely, gradually. Fijaos la pronunciación de gradual. La D más la U, en inglés, tiene sonido de J inglesa, que es ju. Gradual, graduate, graduation. Okay? Gradually, we are progressing. We are improving. We're making progress slowly but surely. And we're consolidating every step. So now I'm going to change to camera 1 and to continue consolidating. Okay? All right. Camera 1. Okay, if you remember, the day before yesterday, I went to a restaurant near my house. And I gave my wife a pearl bracelet. And I told her I loved her. Okay? If you remember. And I went there from my car. And I gave her the bracelet at the beginning of the dinner, not after the dinner. Okay? And if you remember, my wife didn't go to the restaurant with me. She went to the restaurant from our house. I went to the restaurant from my office. So we met at the restaurant. I went there alone, and she went there alone too. But we had dinner together, and I told her I loved her, and I told her that I had a present for her, and I showed her the present. I opened it, and I gave her a pearl necklace. That was the day before yesterday. And for the purposes of this class, the day before yesterday was Monday, which means that today is Wednesday. For the purpose of this class, maybe today isn't Wednesday. Maybe it's another day of the week. But I'm speaking now about the day before yesterday. And the day before yesterday was a working day. Okay, now, if today, in fact, aquí diríamos actually, if today actually, en realidad, is Tuesday, that means the day before yesterday was a holiday, Sunday. And if today is Monday, that means the day before yesterday was a holiday for most people, which is Saturday. Now, if today is Thursday, then that means that the day before yesterday was Tuesday. And if today is Friday in this program, that means that the day before yesterday was Wednesday. Well, let's assume. Fijaos que uso el verbo asumir, asumamos, que suena curioso en español, pero es como decimos supongamos, let's suppose. Pero no solemos decir let's suppose. Decimos let's imagine, imaginemos, or let's assume that today is Wednesday. So, that means the day before yesterday was Monday. So last Monday, I went to a restaurant, I gave my wife a present, and I told her many things during the dinner, including the fact that I loved her. So I told her that I loved her. And I told her she was beautiful. I told her that the bracelet looked beautiful on her wrist. I have two wrists. Mis muñecas? Yeah, my wrists, okay. Empieza por W muda, wrist. Okay, now, do you know if this class is going to continue? Do you know if this class is going to be successful? Do you know if this class or this course, Vaughan Inglés 4.0, 4.0, do you know if this course is going to be a success? Fijaos, he dicho, do you know if this class is going to be successful? Do you know if this class is going to be a success, this course? I think it's going to be a success. Fijaos, el verbo iba después. Do you know if this class is, también do you think this class is going? Is this class, si la pregunta fuera directa, va a ser un éxito este curso. Is this course going to be a success? I think it is. I think it is going. I think it's going to be a success. Do you know if it is? Aquí es una pregunta, pero la pregunta es do you know? El resto de la frase sigue como si fuera afirmativo. Do you know if this program or this course is going to be a success? Do you know if the President of Spain is a reliable person? Do you know if the government is making an effort to improve the situation in this country? Do you know if the current ministers are the best possible ministers? Do you know if the Spanish economy is going in the right direction? Do you know if the different regions in Spain are working together and rowing in the same direction? Excuse me? Yeah, I don't understand rowing in the same direction. Well, do you know if the different regions, comunidades autónomas, regiones se dice en inglés para comunidad autónoma. Do you know if the different regions are rowing? Fijaos, pongo are después. Do you know if the regions, the different regions, are rowing in the same direction? In the same direction, what? Rowing? Rowing? What's rowing? To row? To row? Row, row, row your boat. Row! In the boat, you row. Ah, remar. Yeah, to row. How do you spell it? R-O-W. Anda, como una fila de personas. Yeah, a row, first row, second row, and to row. Could you repeat the question? No problem, of course. I'm an English teacher. It's my job to be patient. Además me pagan. So when they pay me, I'm very patient, okay? So, question. Do you know if the Spanish regions are rowing in the same direction? No, I don't know if the Spanish regions are rowing in the same direction. Sometimes I get the impression that they're not. So, but that's not my problem. I'm an English teacher, not a politician. My job is to teach English and not to question you in public, maybe, these things. But in any case, it's time for me to pass the ball to another teacher. But I'll be back, okay? Eso os lo garantizo. I'll be back.
Thank you, Richard. Gracias, Richard. Soy Leila. I'm Layla. I'm here with my student, Mamen. Mamen, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thank you. Yes, fine. Fantastic. Okay. And you, how are you doing? Fantastic? Yeah? Okay. Are you ready to practice, practice, practice?
Yes, I'm ready to practice, 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 practice.
Come on.
I'm ready to practice, practice, practice.
3 times. Practice, practice, practice. Are you ready to practice, practice, practice? Yes? Okay, excellent. Let's begin. Vamos a empezar.
Okay.
Okay. La clase de repaso. All right? So, I ask you a question in the past, okay? And you just tell me with the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Okay? So, did you tell him? And you say, yes, I told him the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, okay.
Practicando en casa siempre, ¿vale? Que no se os olvide. Very important. It's essential. All right? So, did you tell him?
Yes, I told him the day before yesterday.
Okay. Be careful. The, not de.
Yeah.
The.
Okay. Yes, I told him.
I told? ¿Habéis oído la de? Yo no he oído la de.
I told him the day before yesterday.
Okay. One more time. Did you tell him?
Yes, I told him. Told. Yes, I told him the day before yesterday.
Okay. The day.
The day. Before
yesterday. One more time. Did you tell him?
Yes, I told him the day before yesterday.
The day.
The day. I'm sorry, I
It's
changed.
okay. No,
Yes.
es difícil porque tienes que cambiar la
The
lengua.
day.
The day.
The day before yesterday.
Okay, good. All right. Did you give him the book?
Yes, I gave him the book the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday.
Okay, well, one more time.
Yes, I gave him the book the day before yesterday.
Excellent. Okay, the day before yesterday. All right. Did you go to the museum?
Yes, I went to the museum the day before yesterday.
Okay, good. Did you go to the museum? Decime que sí. Okay, yes. ¿Qué tienes que decir? Yes, I went to the museum the day before yesterday. Okay. Siempre practicando en casa, ¿vale? All right. One more. Did you go to the hairdressers? A la peluquería. Did you go to the hairdressers?
Yes, I went to the hairdressers the day before yesterday.
Okay. Con un poco más de confianza, with
Yes.
more confidence, porque
Okay.
ahí te... Okay. Did you go to the hairdressers?
Yes, I got to the hairdressers.
I went.
I went to the hairdressers the day before yesterday.
Okay, one more time. Una
Yes,
vez más.
I went to the
To the.
yes, I went to the hairdressers the day before yesterday.
Okay, good. The day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, now with do you know? Okay? Practicing now. Do you know? Okay? Yo te hago una pregunta y quiero que me preguntes con do you know?
Okay.
Okay? So, the first one. Is it here?
Do you know if he is here?
Is it?
If.
Okay, ello, right?
Okay.
Is it here?
Do you know if it is here?
Contract.
It's here.
It is siempre always contracting, okay? It sounds more natural.
Okay.
Okay? One more time. Is it here?
Do you know if it's here?
Okay. All right. One more time.
Yes, again. Do you know if it's here?
Excellent. Okay. Do you know if it's here? All right. Okay. Recuerda que el do you know is tricky, okay? Tricky. Is he here?
Do you know if he is here?
One more time.
Do you know if he is here?
Do you know if he's here?
Okay. Do you know if he is here?
Okay, very good. All right. Ahora vosotros. Is he coming? Is he coming? A ver, ¿qué me tienen que decir?
Do you know if he's coming?
Exactly. Exactamente. Do you know if he's coming? Okay, very, 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 very good. With pick up. Nuestro phrasal verb preferido, pick up. Okay. Is he picking me up?
Do you know if he is picking you up?
Very good. Okay. Do I know if he's picking me up? I don't know if he's picking me up. Okay, good. All right. Is he coming with us?
Do you know if he's coming with us?
Very good. ¿Habéis visto la entonación espontánea? Todo. Say it again for me. One more time.
Do you know if he's coming for us? Oh, for us.
With us.
With us.
One
with
more
us.
time.
Do you know if he's coming with us?
Okay. Do you know if he's coming with us? All right. Is he leaving tomorrow? Is he leaving tomorrow? A ver, ¿qué me tenéis que decir vosotros? Is he leaving tomorrow? ¿Qué me tienen que decir ellos?
Do you know if he's leaving tomorrow?
Exactly. Okay. All right. Is he coming for dinner? Is he coming for dinner?
Do you know if he's coming for dinner?
Exactly. Okay. All right. Is he tired? ¿Está cansado? Is he tired?
Do you know if he's tired?
Good. Okay. Tired.
Tired.
One more time.
Do you know if he's tired?
Okay. Very good. All right. Siempre en casa practicando. Okay. Recordad. Practice, practice, practice 3 times. All right. Y os paso con Richard.
Did you read the newspaper this morning? Did you read the news? Did you read the news about Toledo, Ohio? Did you read? To read. El verbo leer. To read. Do you know how to read? Can you read quickly? Can you speed read? Read very quickly? I can't. I'm a slow reader. I need a lot of time to read. Yes, I read slowly. I don't know why, but I'm a slow reader. But I enjoy reading. So, we're going to change to camera 1 and we're going to cover the verb to read until you know it perfectly. Okay, camera 1. Okay, read, read, read. Read, read, read. Every day I read, yesterday I read. Okay, read. El pasado es fácil, es como la palabra red, un red de pescadores, un red de baloncesto, un red de agentes. Red, network, a red. I read. I read the Quixote when I read Don Quixote La Mancha. In English, don't say the Quixote. People don't understand you. I read Don Quixote, or Don Quixote, the British say. I read Don Quixote the first time in when I was 21. I read it the second time in my 30s. I read it from start to finish. I read it from start to finish. I read the Brothers Karamazov, a big book by Dostoevsky, when I was 22. And I read it again last year. I read books every day. I read books, I read sections from books every day. I like to read. I read magazines. I read newspapers. I read the news on websites. I read different things on the internet. I read books. I read novels. I read short stories, cuentos. I read essays, ensayos. I read philosophical treatises. I read many things. Fijaos en la pronunciación. Read, read. Y como si fuera una serie larga de las islatinas. Read, read. I like to read. I read every day. I read in the morning. I read in the evening. In my car, I read. I read at the traffic lights. I always have next to me on the passenger seat a magazine. Usually a magazine, sometimes a book, or sometimes a newspaper. And when I stop at a traffic light, instead of waiting for the light to change, I pick up the newspaper or usually the magazine, and I continue reading. I read. And I move around the city quite a lot. And so maybe I spend 15 or 20 minutes a day stopped at traffic lights. And so I read for 15 or 20 minutes, more than you probably, because I take advantage of the dead time, tiempo muerto, the dead time at the red light or the traffic light to read a magazine. Every day, 20 minutes, that's a lot of minutes. So that's 24/7, 100 minutes a week. Yes, that otherwise I wouldn't have to read. Did you read the newspaper this morning? Did you read the newspaper yesterday? Did you read a book last month? How many books did you read last year? Did you read Don Quixote when you were a teenager? Did you read Don Quixote several years ago? Did you read the Celestina when you were a student at school? I read the Celestina when I was 20. I read the Celestina a second time when I was about 25. Yes, it's a very good book, very interesting psychological study. Okay, this lady, the matchmaker, the Celestina. Okay, did you read? And the past tense I read. Curiosamente, la maldito idioma inglés, pues se escribe las dos palabras igual. La pronunciación es diferente, pero la ortografía es idéntica. Los dos se escriben read. Ahora, en el presente, read. En el pasado, read. Someday, If I become the king of the world with total power, I will impose modifications in the English spelling. And finally, we can rationalize the spelling of my language. Okay? There will be, there will be a lot of resistance and a lot of opposition from the purists and from the people who love the literature of the language. I love the literature too, but it's totally irrational the way English is spelled. And I'm sorry for you, because it makes English more difficult, a lot more difficult, because the written word doesn't help you for pronunciation. Read, read, read. And in all three cases, it's R-E-A-D. Sorry. Okay? I read the newspaper every day, but over the internet, not physical paper. I read 2 different magazines every week, from cover to cover, but I don't read every article. But I read quite a few articles. Maybe 40 or 50% of the articles I read in these magazines. I read about 10 books a year now. When I was younger, maybe 30 or 40 books a year. I read a lot when I was younger. I started reading a lot when I was about 15 or 16. The first important novel I read, I think, was The Godfather, which is a bestseller. And I liked it. And so I began to enjoy reading. And then I began to read better literature, okay, to read. Yeah, every day I read, yesterday I read. Did you read? Yes, I did. Yes, I read. How many books did you read last month? Last month I read 2 books. 1 book about baseball and another novel, okay? And did you read them here or in the States? The States, ¿eso qué significa? The United States. I read 1 here and I read the other in the States. Okay. Now, our sponsors are saying they want to say something to you. So I'll pass the program to our sponsors for a few minutes, but I'll be back. Read, read, read. Every day I read. Yesterday I read. Last week I read about 3 chapters from a novel. Last week I read 2 magazines. Last week I read a long report in the business. But every day I read something on the internet. The internet offers 1 billion pages of reading. You can read everything you want in English. The internet gives you so many opportunities for learning, for improving your English. It's incredible. If I had had the same opportunity for Spanish 35 years ago, I would know Spanish much better today. Okay, read, read. Every day I read, yesterday I read. All right, let me pass you to a good friend, another teacher, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Richard. Gracias, Richard, otra vez. Pues, hello, soy Hannah. How are you today? ¿Qué tal estáis? Estamos aquí para practicar. Are you ready? ¿Estáis preparados? Pues vamos a saludar a mi invitado y alumno, Jesús. José. It's hard for me to say. Jesus, Jesus. It should be easy. Jesus, Hannah, Jesus. No? Hi, Jesus. How are you today?
I'm fine. Are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Other than the difficulty, la dificultad que tenía para decir tu nombre, Jesús, Jesús, con lo bonito que es, Jesús, ¿ok? Bien, vamos a mirar el verbo read, to read, leer, que es irregular. Remember, it's irregular. Y en el pasado. So we're going to look at the verb to read en el pasado. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Let's see. Did you read the paper this morning?
Yes, I read the paper this morning.
Good. Repeat.
Yes, I read the paper this morning.
Very good. Yes, I read the paper this morning. So, en presente it's read, pasado, read. A ver si os puedo oír en casa. Read, read. Es curioso porque se pronuncia igual, pero igual que el color rojo, ¿verdad? So it's the same pronunciation, pero claro, se escribe de forma diferente. Okay, so read, presente, read, pasado. Did you read my email yesterday?
Yes, I read your email yesterday.
Good. Did you read a lot of books last year?
Yes, I read a lot of books last year.
Good, very good. Yes, I read a lot of books last year. And remember, recuerda, the pronunciation of a lot of, como si fuera solo una palabra, pero son tres. Hay tres palabras ahí. A lot of, pero se unen. A lot of. Repeat.
A lot of.
A lot of.
A lot of.
Ok, bien. Esa parte sí Jesús la sabe muy bien. A lot of, porque practicamos en otra clase. A lot of. Muy bien. So, did you read a lot of magazines last month?
Yes, I read a lot of magazines last month.
Very good. Y aquí month. No olvidéis la pronunciación de month. Month. Es como si fuera manzana. Manzana, pero corta. Month. Month. No me digáis mouth. Eso me pone la piel de gallina. Okay. Mouth, nunca. Month. Month, ¿verdad? Month.
Month.
Repeat. Month.
Month.
Ah, sí. Mira, Jesús lo dice así. Month. Month. Lo sabe bien.
Month.
Ok, muy bien. Now, did you read a lot of letters last year?
Yes, I read a lot of letters last year.
Okay, very good. Yes, I read a lot of letters last year. Muy bien. Did you read a comic book last month?
Yes, I read a comic book last month.
Very good. Yes, I read a comic book last month. Did you read Pepe's email yesterday?
Yes, I read Pepe's email yesterday.
Good. Did you read the newspaper last week?
Yes, I read the newspaper last week.
Okay, muy bien. Now, did you notice? ¿Habéis fijado? He dicho, did you read the newspaper? The newspaper, pero también se puede decir simplemente the paper. The paper. Did you read the paper last week?
Yes, I read the paper last week.
Okay, bien. Se puede decir las dos formas, pero, everyday coloquialmente decimos paper. Did you read the paper this morning?
Yes, I read the paper this morning.
Repeat, good.
Yes, I read the paper this morning.
Okay, good. Yes, I read the paper this morning. Did you read my letter last month?
Yes, I read your letter last month.
Good. Did you read Richard Vaughan's book last month?
Yes, I read Richard Vaughan's book last month.
Okay, very good. Did you read Richard's book last year? Okay. Yes, I read Richard's book last year. Remember, read es el pasado, verbo irregular. Read. No me digáis read. Y no me digáis read, con el sonido de rrr. Remember, el r en inglés no existe. Okay, so it doesn't exist. So hay que borrar, delete. Hay que dar el teclado delete para ese sonido en inglés. Borrar. So, read. Y pasado, read. Más preguntas. Did you read the paper last week?
Yes, I read the paper last week.
Did you read Maria's email this morning?
Yes, I read Maria's email this morning.
Good. Did you read a lot of books last year?
Yes, I read a lot of books last year.
Good. Did you read a lot of letters last year?
Yes, I read a lot of letters last week.
Last year.
Last year.
Okay, again,
Last year.
repeat.
Yes, I read a lot of letters last year.
Good. A lot of letters en plural. Yes, I read a lot of letters last year. Repeat, year.
Year.
Muy bien, good. No me digáis year. Oh my gosh. Oigo mucho year de mis alumnos queridos españoles dicen year. Oh no, ¿verdad? No, year. Repeat.
Year.
Good. Did you read a lot of newspapers or papers last year?
Yes, I read a lot of papers last year.
Okay, good. Bien. Did you read a lot of magazines last month?
Yes, I read a lot of magazines last month.
Good, good. Did you read a lot of emails yesterday?
Yes, I read a lot of emails yesterday.
Good. Did you read a lot of magazines last week?
Yes, I read a lot of magazines last week.
Good. Did you read a lot of comic books last week?
Yes, I read a lot of comic books last week.
Okay, good. Wow, you read a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Every day.
Good, it's very important to read. Bien, claro, vosotros en casa tenéis los materiales. Hay que leer. You have to read those materials at home. Pero también, okay, when we do these exercises, cuando hacemos esos ejercicios, ¿qué hay que hacer? Pues repetir y practicar y contestar mis preguntas ahí en casa en voz alta, como estamos haciendo aquí Jesús y yo, que es súper, súper importante. Hay que escucharos, pero forma como un circuito de decir las cosas y escucharos así mismos. So, did you read a newspaper or did you read a paper this morning? Yes, I read the paper this morning. El periódico, perdón, not a paper, pero the paper. Did you read a lot of books last week? Contestad, contestad. Yes, I read a lot of books last month or last year or yesterday. So, very important, en voz alta, con el pasado, read. Os dejo con Richard. Bye.
I have a question. Do you know what this is? Do you know who I am? Do you know where I am? Do you know what a cup is? Do you know how many people there are in Boston? Do you know when the next Real Madrid game is? Let's analyze these questions in camera number 1. First, do you know what this is? Yes, I know what that is. What is it? It's a pen. Okay, good. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are. Who am I? You're Richard, el profe, the teacher, okay? And do you know where I am? Yes, I know where you are. Where am I? You're in a television studio. Yes, but do you know where the television studio is? No, I don't know where the television studio is. Where is it? It's a secret. Okay, I can't tell you where the television studio is. Okay, do you know how many people there are in Boston? No, I don't know how many people there are in Boston. How many people are there in Boston? There are 2 million people in Boston. Oh, okay. So Boston is smaller than Madrid. Yes, Boston's smaller than Madrid in population. In area, no. Okay. And Greater Boston perhaps is similar to Madrid. Greater Boston perhaps is 4 million people. Now, do you know when Real Madrid's next game is? Yes, I know when Real Madrid's next game is. But when is it? Well, it's next Saturday or next Sunday. I don't remember if it is. I don't remember if it is. I don't remember if it's next Saturday or next Sunday. So you don't know when the next game is. Exactly no. But I know there is a game next week. Ahora, analicemos. Otra vez con do you know, pero en este caso con where, who, how, etc. Siempre, otra vez, el verbo va después. ¿Sabes dónde está Pepe? Do you know where Pepe is? ¿Sabes lo que es esto? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Do you know who I am? Do you know where Maria is? Do you know how tall Maria is? Do you know how intelligent Maria is? Do you know how big this room is? Do you know how hot this room is now? El is está yendo después, está colocándose después. Ahora, eso son preguntas, pero las preguntas aquí son do you know? No es que yo quiera saber la altura de María. Quiero saber si sabes la altura de María. Do you know how tall Maria is? Do you know how heavy Maria is? Do you know how much Maria weighs? Do you know how many eyes Maria has? Maybe she has 3. Do you know what color her eyes are? Okay. Do you know how many cars she has? Siempre. Aquí no hay verbo auxiliar. Si quisiera saber el número de coches que tiene con preguntas directas, entonces sí, un verbo auxiliar. How many cars does Maria have? I don't know how many cars she has. Do you know how many cars she has? Okay. Maybe she doesn't have a car. I don't know. Do you know how tall she is? No, I don't know how tall she is, but she's tall. All right. Do you know how tall I am? No, I don't know how tall you are, Richard. Well, ask me. How tall are you? Me? How tall am I? How tall am I? I'm 1 meter 80. Do you know how tall my wife is? No, I don't know how tall your wife is. Well, ask me. How tall is your wife? She's 1 meter 75. She's tall. Yeah. Le puedo poner tacones. Tacones altos, because she's too tall. She gives me an inferiority complex, okay? But she's tall and very elegant. Do you know how much water there is? Fijaos, el es va después de there. Do you know how much water there is in this cup? No, Richard, I don't know how much water there is in that cup. Well, ask me. How much water is there? Qué bien lo haces, eh? Verbo primero. How much water is there in that cup? Well, there's about half the water. This cup is half full. It's not half empty. This cup is half full. I'm an optimist. Do you know how many teeth I have? No, I don't know how many teeth you have. Well, ask me. Oh, how many teeth do you have? Qué bien has hecho el verbo auxiliar. En la pregunta directa. I have 24 teeth. Oh, I have more. Okay. Yes. And do you know how many people live in Madrid? Yes, I know how many people live in Madrid. Okay. Well, how many? About 4 million people live in Madrid, in the city. And do you know what? Do you know what Maria does for a living? No, I don't know what she does for a living. Well, ask me. What does she do for a living? Well, she works in the world of television. Oh, that's interesting. She works in the world of television. That's right. And do you know what she does in the world of television? Do I know what she does? No, I don't know what she does. Ask me, what does she do in the world of television? Well, she works in floor management. She manages the plateau. She's in charge of the floor. So when it's hot, she's hot too. The people up in the studio, they have air conditioning. But in the studio, we have these lights, and we suffer. Do you know how much I suffer on this program? No, Richard, I don't know how much you suffer. Oh, ask me. How much do you suffer on this program? Qué bien, has usado el verbo auxiliar. How much do I suffer? Do you want to know how much I suffer? Yes, I want to know how much you suffer. I suffer a lot. Teaching English is hard. Yeah, it's a very hard profession. And you don't learn. That's the problem. My students are too slow. They say I'm a good teacher, but they don't learn. So I become desesperado. But in any case, before I lose control, I'm going to pass the baton to another teacher, and I'll be back.
Thank you, Richard. I'm Natasha, your teacher today, and today we are also here with a very special student who's Mumin. How are you, Mumin?
Fine, thank you.
Yes? Anything interesting to tell me? Huh?
Yes, I'm learning a lot of English with you.
Oh, she forgot! The Australian class!
It's true!
La clase pasada habíamos dicho que tenía que empezar esta clase siendo australiana, diciendo good day, y se ha
Good day.
olvidado. A ver, vamos a empezar otra vez, como si no hubiese ocurrido. Hi, Mumin, how are you?
Good day. Natasha.
Very good. And you at home, how are you? Yeah, good day. Good day, Natasha. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Okay. Are you ready for the class?
I'm ready for class.
Okay, you at home, remember today we're going to start the class by practicing your 5 words of the day, okay? So I'm going to say it in Spanish and you have to say it in English at home, okay? All right, the first one is avanzar. Do you know how to say this? It's easy. It's not that difficult. Very good. To advance, okay? To advance. Be careful with that V sound. You have to move your vocal cords, okay? Mumin, do you know how to say this?
Yes, to advance.
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 Very good. And that C is like an S sound, okay? The next word is pedir perdón. Very good. To apologize. A difficult word, okay? Because you have that Z sound that you have to move your vocal cords like a little B, okay? To apologize. To apologize. Say it at home. Very good. Let's see if Mumin can say it.
Yes, this one is more difficult. To apologize.
Apologize.
Yes,
Like a little
la
bee.
abeja, la abeja.
No
la
le gustan las abejas.
To apologize.
Very good. Almost there. To apologize. Remember to move that, okay? The next word is desarrollar. Very good. To develop. To develop. And I want to hear that P at the end, okay? To develop. Very good. Mumin?
Yes, to develop.
Very good. Perfect pronunciation. The next word is estar seguro de. This one's tricky. Very good. To be sure of. Mucho cuidado, okay? Se escribe con una S y después una U, pero se pronuncia como si fuera SH, okay? Sure. Sure, okay? So say it again. Very good. To be sure of. Let's see if Mumin can say it.
To be sure of.
Very good pronunciation. You can tell she studied, okay? The next word is aclarar. Do you know how to say this? Very good. Clear up. Clear up. Very good pronunciation. And let's see if Mama can say the last word.
Clear up. To clear up.
Very good. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to practice today's grammar point, okay? And we're going to practice it a lot. We're going to go over it over and over again. What is over and over again?
Una vez y otra.
Una y otra vez, okay? Until it's perfect, okay? We're going to see indirect questions. Are you ready at home? Yes, and remember to say everything out loud, en voz alta, okay? Are you ready? We're going to start, okay? I'm going to say a direct question and you have to turn it into an indirect question, okay?
Okay.
Where is Peter?
Do you know where Peter is?
Very good. So you at home, where's Peter? Do you know where Peter is? Muy importante, ¿ok? Entonces, en la pregunta directa yo digo, where is Peter? La pregunta indirecta, do you know where Peter is? ¿Vale? Hay que poner el auxiliar después del sujeto, ¿ok? Next one for you at home. Why is he here? Very good. Do you know why he's here? Okay? Next one for you, Mamen. Why are we speaking English?
Do you know why we are speaking English?
Very good. Now contract.
Yes. Do you know why we are speaking English?
Very good. Very good. You at home. Say it again. Very good. Do you know why we're speaking English? You have to remember to contract. It sounds more natural, okay? For you at home, where's the party? Very good. Do you know where the party is, okay? With the auxiliary verb to be after the subject. So, where's the party? Do you know where the party is? Very good. I can hear you saying it very well, okay? Mom, and the next one is for you. Why do they have lunch at 12:30?
Do you know why we have lunch?
They
They have lunch at 12:30.
Very good. Okay, one more time.
Do you know why they have lunch at 12:30?
Very good. One more time.
The third try. Do you know why they have lunch at 12:30?
Yeah, 12:30. That's the time. Maybe you have lunch at 3:30 and that's
Yes,
why
I
you're
think
getting
so.
confused. Okay, remember at home. En este caso, quitamos el auxiliar do porque ya no necesitamos preguntar dos veces con do. Ya hemos formulado la pregunta al principio. Entonces, why do they have lunch at 12:30? Do you know why they have lunch at 12:30? Okay, the next one is for you at home. Where does he live? Very good. Do you know where he lives with the third person S, okay? So once again. Very good, very good. Okay, the next one. Why is there a book on my bed?
Do you know why our book?
There is
There is
a book
a book on your bed.
on
my bed.
Yeah, again.
Do you know why there is a book on my bed?
Very good. I'm going to ask the people at home, okay? So I'm going to say it again. Why is there a book on my bed? And then the indirect question would be, do you know why there is a book on my bed? Okay, so say it again at home. Very good. Do you know why there is a book on my bed? Okay, the next one is for you at home. Why are we practicing this? Why are we practicing this? Very good. Do you know why we are practicing this? Do you know why we are practicing this? And how do you say this contracted, more natural? Let's see if Mamen knows.
Do you know why we are
And contracted?
we
Why
are-
we're practicing this?
why we are we're contracting
Practicing.
this?
Yeah, she's saying, ¿por qué estamos con las contracciones? Okay, well, very good. Practice this for the
Okay,
next class. And you at
okay.
home, keep on practicing too, because this is very tricky, okay? So keep on practicing, and I'll leave you with Richard. Bye.
Okay, class number 23 finished. Class number 24 tomorrow. Okay, very slowly but very surely and very consolidated, we are progressing, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not suffering, really. Eso es un cuento chino. I'm not suffering. I enjoy teaching. My students don't learn, or very few students learn in line with my hopes and expectations. The rest don't. And there's one simple reason. They don't take enough time to study diligently. They don't make an effort. And to learn a second language requires a very, very strong effort. I don't know anybody who has learned to master a second language after puberty without having made a very strong effort, many, many hours. But I hope you're one of the exceptions. Okay. Thank you, and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.